this part, we're gonna go over the program later on. So you have to just start this part first. And this is what I want you guys to do. Alright guys, so your drawing is going to be something like that. You want to go over the 3D wireframe, or are you guys okay? You want to go over it? Alright, that's good. We have, just make a change, we have a radius over here guys. I think the radius is 100,000 if I'm not wrong. 125,000, make a change. You don't see it on the blueprint, but you're going to cut 125,000. So over here, we're going to have a 4-rate general that's going to finish over here. So we're going to change that radius to 125.
Change it to what?
125, this radius. You're going to put a radius here. There's no radius on the blueprint. It's sharp. Okay, so let's go start it. File new. Save it. Okay, so we're going to construction top at T0. I'm going to start wireframe. Start with a line and point. The line point to get there is going to be my Mnfg. Okay. And then I'm going to have a line angle from there to there. That is going to be your angle. 180 minus 45. Okay, then I'm going to have a line vertical over here. And that offset distance is 0.5. And then I'm going to have a line horizontal over here. The distance is 1.25. Then I have a line from that intersection over there. And that angle is 35 guys?
25.
And then I have another line from here. That coordinate is going to be x is 2.5 comma 0. And that is going to go somewhere over here. And that angle is going to be 180 minus 65. Okay. And then I'm going to have another horizontal line here where we're going to cut this off, which is 3.5. And I think we're done. Okay, fillet over here is half an inch. 0.5 fillet. And fillet over here is 252 places. 250. There's one right there. And there's another one right there. And then we're going to go and divide, get rid of this guy over here. We don't need this line, we don't need this line to be done. And the fillet we're going to put here is going to be 125 fillet. This is something I told you guys to change on the blueprint. There's a 125 French end mill will finish this bottom. Alright, and when we do the surface on this, guys, and surface is going to be a revolved surface, so we have to have an axis. The axis you can have from here in the center, the way you see it on the blueprint. You do not have to have here. You can have a horizontal, a vertical line bottom here. So I can just go and use endpoint vertical line and start from there to there, and that offset is going to be 0. So that's going to be my axis of rotation. All right, so we're going to go to surface. Revolve. That's my chain. Make sure your chain option is on. Okay. Okay. Axis of rotation. So this guy right there. So look at that. We're starting to 0 to 360. 0 to 180 is going to be this guy right here. Well, that's what we're looking for. And if you go 180 to 0, you're going to get this. This is going to be, we're going to talk about next later on. But first we're going to cut that cavity. We'll go 0 to 180, and that's going to be my cavity over here. All right. So what else I want you to do? I want you to mirror image this geometry on this side. So let's select all the surface entities, and I'm going to move that to level 2. So my surfaces are on level 2. I can turn those off. Go to the top view. Get rid of this line. We don't need this anymore, guys. And I'll go transform and mirror. Select this pocket and selection. I want to mirror to y-axis. Here we go. And you want to copy, hit OK. Right click, clear colors. To isometric. And go to top, that looks good. Okay, so go back to levels, turn your surface on. Now here, we have to close this end. So my tool is going to, you should have to have a surface over here. So my tool can cut that surface. Like we have a surface on this side right here. So we have to close this side. So I'll just go ahead and go to 3D and create a line. From here to here. Freeform line. Okay. And then I have to have a geometry over here. So what do we do? Curve 1/8. Select the surface. Drag your cursor to that edge. Click OK. There is your curve right there. Okay. Now I need a surface over here. Put the surface flat boundary. Remember that, guys? And pick a chain. Okay. There is the surface right there. All right. Now, what I want you guys to do, when we're going to cut this, we're going to use a tool path pocket on this one, surface rough pocket. And after the pocket, then we can do a couple of tool paths. We can go with the parallel, and we can then cut our leftovers, or we can cut either scallop. So to do that, I'm going to have 1/2 inch bull nose and no, and then I'm going to have 3/8 ball and mill to finish this part. So what's going to happen? 3/8 ball and mill is going to leave a material over here in this corner, in this area and in this area right there. And then I want to machine this area and just this area right here. So what we have to do, we have to create a containment boundary so I can tell my tool, hey, go to contour toolpath. The contour toolpath is going to go just along the wall because this material is going to be already been cut and this is going to be already been cut. So I just want to go contour along this. So we have to have a containment boundary where your tool can stay inside the containment boundary. So in that case, what I want you guys to do, just going top. So I'm going to create. I can break this over here, but I don't have to. I can couple different ways. Okay. So let's go ahead and transform. I'm going to translate. Let's see, I'll translate this guy, this, and this only. Rectangle selection. And I'm going to translate in my z-axis about an inch. That doesn't matter. It just, if you look from the top view, all is going to select as a containment boundary, so your tool is going to stay inside it. So that Z, it can be 1 inch, Z could be half an inch, doesn't matter, guys. Doesn't matter. So do that, hit OK, and I'm going to move this guy also up half an inch, and hit OK. And then I'll go to 3D wireframe and point. I'm going to join the, make sure you're in 3D. I'm going to join this, make those. That's going to be our containment boundary. So I'm going to tell my tool, my finish tool, to finish in this wall the contour, that hey, stay inside this containment boundary. So I have created that containment boundary for that tool. And over here, can do, let's go to our Z.5. Let me see half an inch good. So I can just guess that where I want that. I want that horizontal line. I can just start right over here somewhere. So over here, so I can draw there. Just by guess, you know. It's 3.4, let's say we'll make it equal 3 inches offset. That's good. Let's make it equal 3 inches offset. Or even 3.25 should work. That's gonna be too close. I'll say with 3 inches. I'll say with 3 inches. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna divide that. Sorry. 2D, I'm going to trim it. Trim 2 entities, I want to trim 1 entity, I want to trim this guy to this. And I'll trim this to this. There's my line. And now I'm going to go ahead and go to wireframe and join those in 3D. That right there. Make sure you have a freeform line. There. There you go. Right click, clear colors. So these are going to be my containment boundary to keep the tool inside this boundary, and that tool path is going to be my contour tool path. If I don't have that containment boundary, the tool is going to go all over the path. I'll tell, hey, cut the surface, contour this surface, and stay inside this containment boundary. So my tool is going to come from here, it's going to go machine that around this wall here, come out, and keep going until it reaches from the top to the bottom. So So that's my containment boundary for this and this right here. So this is something you guys have to do it for this block.
The containment boundaries on the same level?
You can put it in the geometry level, and you know what, it's a good idea, because let's put it on different levels, that's a good idea. Because when we're gonna select containment boundary, we do not have to have the geometry, so let's hold the shift key, pick this guy, and this guy, and let's move that to level 5, and name that containment boundary. Name containment boundary, there you go. So when we're gonna be on level 2, we have your surfaces. Okay, this surface has to be go on level 2. So let's change this surface, move to level 2. Okay, so level 1, we have the geometries, and level 2, we have containment boundaries, and number 5. What? Hold on, this are my surface. Yes, there you go. So this number 2 is only my surfaces. And number 1 is gonna be my 3D wireframe. There you go. Alright, so we are good to go. So have your surface on level 2, have your containment boundaries on level 5 or 3, doesn't matter. Because we have to have the containment boundary when we see the toolbox, all we're gonna see the surface and the containment boundary. And the geometry we don't need. Yep, so that is gonna be your 3D surfaces. Alright guys. Later on we can just go over the toolbar. So I want you guys to start working on this. In the meantime, we'll go downstairs and set up that machine, load the program, and then we'll